It was many years ago that approximately about 20 years ago that I was quite normal like everyone else going on in the world around. And I was awakened to some very strange things after the event that took place 20 years ago in September when planes crashed into a building. I made a prayer to God and I wanted to know, hey, God, tell me what is going on in the world. Reveal to me the book of Revelation. Reveal to me who's controlling things. Why does everything seem very strange? And what was revealed to me in a rather quick manner, like a data dump, was things I was not expecting when I asked that question. And it led to 20 years of continuous investigation and revealing that the world and what we think we knew about it as a normal person, or what seems to be normal, is absolutely nothing like what we think it is. The world is operated and people are controlled like the Matrix. And this is not any type of hokey pokey conspiracy stuff. This is a reality. And I'm going to show you in a minute clip here on widescreen so you can see it. Things that you never knew before that for the intellectual, typical university graduate person who believes they got a pretty good handle on the world, examine this and see if you can explain it. I bet you didn't know that about the war in Germany. I bet you didn't know everything in the barcodes was 666. I bet you didn't know the money and the Twin Towers exactly matched each other hundreds of years, many years before it ever happened. I bet you didn't know all the all-seeing eye. I bet you didn't know Albert Pike. I bet you didn't know this about Margaret Sanger. I bet you didn't know this about UFOs. I bet you didn't know that Disney was doing this kind of stuff. I bet you didn't know about these books getting in the schools back in the day. I bet you didn't know there was gigantic giants discovered or ghosts. I bet you didn't know Gulliver's Travels had an image of a UFO in it. I bet you didn't know Nazis recreated UFOs. I bet you didn't know all of these things had September 11th on it. I bet you didn't know 9/11 added up to this. I bet you didn't know this kind of weird stuff went on with the Catholics. I bet you didn't know this stuff was an advertisement just on a cracker and a Coke can or a Pepsi can. How did advertisers know to put these images on buildings years and years and years before it ever happened? I bet you didn't know that everybody makes these weird hand signs and they're not from Texas. Isn't that strange? I bet you didn't know those things. And because you don't know them, the world and the people around you and the news media, they all are participating in something that keeps everyone in intellectual control. This is why we have something called the sponsor of our show, the Intelligence Agency, where odd things that go on in the world are deciphered through a different lens and understanding of how strange people doing strange things operate and how they would like to keep you under their control. Now, as this goes on, I suggest you guys take a look at the link in the description or in the comments section below so that you can start, like all of us, joining in with us and getting intel reports, getting information that could help you understand how all of this weird stuff has been going on without ever knowing it. It's not in the school books. It's not taught on the internet. No one mentions these things that have happened and are going on that run much deeper than our understanding. You can pause these photos and check them out for yourself. Very strange. You also can get them in a book called Reason to Believe. When you sign up for the Intelligence Agency, you'll get this book for free, a digital copy of it where you can share information out of it. It's also on Amazon. If you want to look up, it's called Reason to Believe. But I suggest getting in with the intel agency and getting these weekly updates and all of these things that keep you informed about weird stuff like this that has a lot to do with how you operate and make decisions every single day in your life, because you don't know what you don't know. But once you see it, once you know it, there's no going back.